Hey there, beautiful faces! Yesterday I made a post in the community tab telling you guys to snap me some questions on Snapchat and then I'll answer them in this week's video, and so that's basically what I'm doing right now. I do have a little announcement to make before I dive into the questions though, because for all of next week I'm going to be out of the country for my dad's 50th birthday. Birthday! Damn. He really wanted a trip with the family instead of a party, so on the night between this Friday and Saturday, I'm going to be on a plane headed for Las Vegas. Together with my mom, my dad, my brother, Frederick, and my uncle, who also happens to be my dad's best friend. I've been looking forward to this since the summer, and now we're finally going, and I will try to do some vlogging whilst I'm there, but I can't really bring my big ass camera, so I'll have to do it on my phone, so I hope that's alright with you guys. And yeah, that was my announcement, so let's get on with the video. I have recorded all snaps onto my laptop right here because it's just easier for me while recording. So yeah. First question. Where do you live in Denmark? I used to live in Aalborg, now I live in Costa Rica. That sounds really nice. I hope you liked it in Aalborg. I have a very good friend living in Aalborg. I'm going to visit her next month. Contrary to popular belief, I do not live in Copenhagen, and I never have. I live in Haderslev, and I study in Kolding, and I have family basically in all corners of the country, so I'm a little bit everywhere. Is there any other country you would like to live in, or any other language you want to learn? Yes, I have, but not permanently. I've always wanted to try living in London, in England, maybe for work sometimes, but I think both me and Frederick agree that we'll always return to Denmark. About learning new languages, I haven't been planning on it because English has been serving me just fine. But if I had to learn a new language, I'll probably go with Spanish.
I'm going to be visiting Copenhagen in March. We'll be staying in Kastrup. And my question for you is, what is your favorite non-touristy place to go for, I don't know, maybe a drink or just to hang out, or, you know, something not touristy, something the locals like?
Oh, I'm sorry. As I said before, I don't live in Copenhagen and I never have. But I think Nørrebro is a good place to find local hangout spots like cozy cafes and bars. But try checking out the comments on this video because somebody who knows more about this than me might have answered the question for you. Better than I can, anyway. So, yeah. Sorry I can't be of more help there. But I hope you have an awesome trip to Denmark. What places are on your bucket list to visit? From Sophia. Right off the bat, I'd say Australia, Scotland, and Iceland, because I've heard a lot of positive things about those places, and I've seen on pictures and on television that they're absolutely beautiful, so I would like to experience that. And the second question from Sophia is, what do you think about the current debate about immigration in Denmark? I have to be honest, I don't get much into politics in my everyday life, but if I have to give you my personal view on the subject, I'm very torn. I acknowledge and understand that all of these people need help. All of them. And it's just the fact that we can't help everybody without making some drastic changes to our culture. It really saddens me that foreign media's view on this has been so black and white. Like, they portray the Danes as a xenophobic kind of people, and the Danes are in no way or form xenophobic. And it's really misunderstood because these people don't know shit about our system before they portray us this way. This is a very hard topic for us because as much as we would like to save the entire planet with our welfare system, we are, in fact, a very small country. As example, we could take Germany. They have taken in over 1 million immigrants, and that's amazing. But if Denmark did the exact same thing, our entire population would grow by 17.5%, just like that. And that's at least 17.5% of the entire population who are not integrated. If our government let everybody into the country who wanted to come here, I'm afraid a lot in the culture we love would have to change. Our government has to be careful who they let into the country because it has to offer help by law. to these people once they're accepted into the country. Therefore, it's obvious that our government tried to sort out the people who for some reason can't work or can't get work or won't work because these people can't pay taxes, which is what runs our entire welfare system. The system won't work anymore if we let everybody in. Like, let me put it like this. If we don't put enough money into the money pile and we keep taking money out of it, the money pile will empty at some point. Because of our welfare system, our government are forced to question if these people specifically came here to Denmark because they like the country and want to be a part of it, or because they want the benefits of living here. And that's a horrible question to have to put out there to people who are on the run, but it's the only realistic thing to do for the rest of us in such a small country as ours. And the Danish government really want to integrate the immigrants. They want to get rid of the ghettos. They want the immigrants to be a part of society instead of them having to create their own little bubble. Sadly, there are just no way to test who will 100% contribute to our system and who won't. I don't know how to solve this, and I am happy I'm not the one who have to. And I know some people will be screaming racist at the screen right now, but I'll tell you why I'm not racist, because it's really very simple. I don't fucking care what race they are. They're just human beings who happen to come from a place where they happen to live their lives much different than how we live it here in Denmark. It's cultural differences clashing, and it has nothing to do with race. But you're welcome to leave your view on the subject in the comments below. Again, I don't know much about politics, but if I had to squeeze an opinion out, that was it. Damn, that was a long one. Sophia, what are you doing to me? Next question. Do you go to fitness? If yes, how often? Big fan, keep doing what you do. Oh, thank you so much. And yeah, I do work out. I work out 2 to 4 times a week, depending on how much time I have that week. Why? Well, I like staying fit, but I also like nachos. Hi Kelly, what are your favorite and least favorite words in Danish and or English? What? I can honestly say I have never in my entire life thought of that. I have actually often randomly said that I like the word milk in Danish. Milk, milk. I like making that sound. I guess it's the same in English. It means milk. I just think that's a nice word to say. I have no explanation why. Ooh, also in English, I know I hate saying the word regularly. 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 It just gets me every time. Like, it's seriously, fuck that word.
Hi Kelly, my name is Ingrid. I was a grad student in Copenhagen, and I'm a big fan, love a lot Giflers. I'm from Google. Probably it's not the right pronunciation. And I wanted to know if you love them as much as I do. Bye.
Hi Ingrid, not entirely right pronunciation, but I understood you, so who cares? I honestly think you like gifler and romkugler better than I do, because there are really not that many cakes I really truly like. I mean, it's not that I don't like them, I can eat them both easily, but I'm just much more of a spicy snack kind of person. Try searching up Canadian stereotypes Tumblr. What are your thoughts about Canada? Would you describe as Imagination Land from South Park? Ugh, sweetie, that's a lot of text right now. Well, I wouldn't exactly say I imagine it to be like this Imagination Land like they do in South Park, but maybe to an American, because even though I've never been to Canada, I imagine it to be this much more chilled version of the US. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that, but I did. I also once received a comment saying like Denmark was the Canada of Europe, so I kind of imagine Canada to be this cold, chilled place with down-to-earth people who likes beer and who doesn't lock their doors during daytime because everyone just trusts each other, which is basically like Denmark. Correct me if I'm wrong. Hvornår fik du din første tatovering? Or when did you get your first tattoo? And I got my first tattoo when I was 18, and it was a text I wrote myself in memory of my grandpa, who had just passed away at the time. A few months later, I actually added a rose to that tattoo because my grandpa, he once surprised me with the most beautiful bouquet of red roses I've ever seen in my entire life. So yeah. I just figured he should have one back. And Cammy's second question means, have you ever thought about moving to another country? Which I've already answered, so moving on. I have no idea how long this video is going to be, guys, but I hope you're up for a long ass video if that's the case. Oh, love your videos. Thanks for sharing your lovely culture. Hope to visit Denmark soon. Thank you so much, Ingrid, and for your question you sent in earlier. Wow, cool hair. Did you do that yourself? What's your favorite type of music and favorite band/artist? Also, do you like my rainbow bangs? Yeah, I love them. They're fucking awesome. Also love your vids, and some of the stereotypes of Danes and vids like that are so funny because I'm also a Dane. Thank you so much. Like, you guys are so sweet. I have a really hard time picking favorites like that, but some of my favorite music are like 80s and 90s music, preferably rock. I also really enjoy funk and reggae and Motown. And then I really love most musical music because it just makes me so happy to listen to. Favorite band or artist? Again, I have a really hard time picking favorites like that, so I'm just going to try to mention some right off of my mind, which I'm also very bad at because I'm the worst at remembering names. I'll say Dizzy Miss Lizzy, Toto, Jackson 5, and also Michael Jackson as well, obviously. Pearl Jam, Stevie Wonder, the Supremes are also pretty cool. Police, Queen, Guns N' Roses, and we can't forget Nirvana. I'm really just, Bon Jovi. Yeah, I really just like a lot of old school music and then throw a lot of Disney and musical music in there, and then you have yourself a party deal with me. Can we be family? I love you so much and you are so cool. Plus I am an Dano-Icelandic fridge? I'd see a doctor about that. But to answer your question then, I actually don't know much about my heritage, so who knows? We might be related.
Hey Louise, my name's Sasha. What's your least favorite food?
Hey Sasha, my least favorite food is fish which tastes and or smell like fish. And by that I mean I like a good pan-fried fish fillet, but without the pan, the grease, and the frying, I really hate it.
Hey Louise, I'm a big fan of yours. I just want to know what your favorite thing about living in Denmark is.
Well, without having to toot my own horn, there are a lot of things, like I'm a big fan of not getting killed by natural disasters, and I'm pretty happy about not getting murdered by dangerous wildlife. My favorite thing, other than the survival basics, must be the endless opportunities we have here for educating ourselves as much as we'd like, and the safety of doing so. I don't have to be stuck doing something for the rest of my life just for economy or practicality if I for some reason one day wake up and I'm unhappy with what I do. That's really nice to know.
You said before you're a fan of South Park, so my question being, with that one, I want to say it was either the latest series or the one before that, they were in Denmark for a while and had their take on Danish people. What's your intake on that?
You know, I honestly haven't watched that exact episode yet, and that's because I kinda want to do a reaction video out of it, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. If you could be from any other country, which and why? I honestly couldn't tell you because I'm very happy with my life here. I'd probably just give you a boring answer like Sweden because they have it pretty similar to what I already know and love, so yeah. Boring answer.
What do you think the letters of the alphabet taste like?
My brain is pretty darn sure the Danish alphabet tastes like pine wood, and I have no explanation why.
What is something that you've always wanted to do, but you've never had the opportunity?
That's a good question. I've actually always wanted to be a singer, like a Lizzie Hale rock and roll type singer, but I can't sing, so I've never had the opportunity and I never will. On a scale from 1 to triangle, what is your favorite color of the alphabet? Red square 4. Hi Louise, I just saw that you would make a Snapchat Q&A. I hope I'll make it before you record. You did. My question is how you have so much self-confidence even though you make some mistakes here and there sometimes. The reason why I ask is not to blame you or make fun of you. It's simply because my English isn't the best, and every time I'm forced to speak English, I forget everything I've learned. Normally I'm really scared to speak it even though I'm 26. That's why I love to see your videos, because it gives me so much to see someone who just do it. That makes me feel less alone. Thank you for your videos. Even though you make some mistakes. As I said, my English is shit. Oh, Melina. You're welcome, and no it's not. I understood everything you wrote. Like, didn't you, the rest of you guys understand everything you wrote? Do you know what? I completely understand you. In Denmark it can be very scary to just openly speak English because damn, Danish people can be little bitches about hearing their own accent. The very reason I didn't start making videos in 2008 instead of 2012 was because of that. The best advice I can give you is to just speak it. You won't get any better if you don't, and don't be ashamed of your accent. You're not English or American, you're Danish, and it's the fewest Danish people who claims to have a flawless English who actually has it. As long as people understand what you're saying, you've done the job right, and I promise you from experience, from all of my comments through time, it's only some stuck-up Danes who has a problem. And do you know what? Many of them haven't even spoken English freely enough to know that they also have an accent. Just speak, and if anybody judges you, just casually respond with, I'm not ashamed about my accent, because none of them will have a legit answer to why the fuck you should be. So that was it for this round of Snapchat questions, guys. Please let me know in the comments below if you like these kinds of videos, because then I'll keep in mind making them once in a while. I really like the interaction with you guys when I do these, so I wouldn't mind at all. Also, it's just a very easy video to do because basically you guys are making the content for me. Anyway, leave a thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe to me if you want more, because I really hope to see your beautiful face in my next video. Vegas, baby. Bye!